Okay, so if you go to my website, you'll see the post how to install CW Skimmer using it with HDSDR and IC7610. All of the download links are below. I would encourage you to read this, but the first step is to install the Null Modem Emulator. And there are a few programs out there that will do this. And we're going to give this one a shot because I have used it before. And especially on this computer, the last couple of months I've been using it, or maybe the last month. So we go down to the bottom and we want to install the Null Modem Emulator. I'm going to click on the link and then the download button. It's starting to download. In this video I'm going to focus on installing these little apps to get everything working. So we're going to open the folder that it's in, bring it over here. We're going to extract this, extract all. Those windows keep opening up on my other screen. I'm going to click extract. And we end up with two files. I've got a fast computer, it's a 64-bit. If you've got an old computer, slow one, it may be a 32, so you'll have to go with that one. I'm going to use this, and when I double click on it, it brings up a prompt, user account control, and it asks me if I want to let the app make changes, and I click yes, and then this window comes up. I'm going to click next, and then I agree, and I'm not going to install any of this. There we go, and I'm going to click next. All I did was I had that start menu shortcuts. I'm going to click next, and then install, and you'll see it brings up a couple, 2 or 3 windows, DOS windows, and then closes it. And we're going to click next and launch the setup. Finish, and we don't have anything in there. So we're going to add a pair, and then we want to put the COM ports in. COM 6, COM 7, and when we put those in, we want to select these 4. But when I click this, you see that it takes that out. But evidently that's okay. Select those 4 and then click apply, and we got COM ports 6 and 7. And if we go to device manager, we look over here and we've got that hi-fi cable, but we're going to go down to COM ports, and we've got 6 and 7. The next thing we want to do, we're following the get all these windows closed. We're following the steps over here, and the next step after COM 0 COM is installed. It's going to be installing the hi-fi audio cable, and we need that for CW Skimmer. So we're going to go down, and here's the audio cable download. I'm going to select that. I can click OK to take the cookies, and then this will install this. Now this one was real easy. I didn't have any problems with it. So when you click there to download it, downloading the hi-fi cable and ASIO bridge. It's donationware. Well, I don't know what's happening now. That's the way it goes. Okay, there it goes. And I've already installed it, so it shows up. I'm going to click on the folder to bring it open. This is one we have to extract. So right click and extract all. Brings up this window, and it's got that 1 behind it because I've already done it. Click extract, and then run the setup. And this one was simple. I'm not going to run it on my computer because I don't want to mess anything up. But it was pretty simple to get going, and I'll show you what it looks like. Click there, and then we're going to go up to all, and we're looking for the hi-fi cable. It should show up as a new program that I installed. There's HDSDR. There it is, right under VB Audio. Under VB Audio, that's where it got installed. So this is what it looks like when you get it installed, and it's real simple. There's really nothing to it. The latency, I don't think I've even changed that for latency, and then I do have it run at startup. Well, no, I guess I don't have it run at startup. But let me show you. It's over in Device Manager, and when you look over here under Audio, you see the hi-fi cable. There it is. Hi-fi cable input and output, and that's what we're looking for. Although there's nothing to do in this app, there are a couple of settings we do need to take care of, but that is in the Windows operating system. So down in my speaker icon, if I right click on it, I can open up the sound settings, and when I open up the sound settings, I'm going to look for the hi-fi cable. I've got a bunch of extra ones in there because I've been playing with the Hermes, the Herms Lite. I've been playing with that radio, so I've added quite a bit. But this hi-fi cable, we want this hi-fi cable input, we want to select 16-bit 192,000 hertz studio quality. And this is real important, so we're going to go back to the sound. So that was that hi-fi cable. Okay, so we got that one. The next one is this cable, and it has 16 channel. Select it, and I changed it to 192,000 hertz studio quality. Go back, and this is part of my Herms Lite setup, that other SDR radio, and these are my speakers. This is the regular USB cable, the USB audio codec, which we're not using in this. So you can control your logging software with and still operate digital modes. Let's go down the cable input. Let's select this one, and that's 16-bit 192,000 studio quality. And then let's see, no more here, I guess. Let's go down here, and the input, I want to select that first one, hi-fi 2-channel 16-bit 192,000. Those are all the same. Skip that one. Cable input, and again same 16-bit 192,000. And that looks like it's it. I want to select what was I using? I was using my headphones. That's what I had. I want to go back and select headphones. That was my default device. So after doing that, you should be good to go with the hi-fi audio high fidelity virtual cable. Nothing to do in this though. You don't have to do anything in the little program itself. I'm not going to install that one because it was pretty easy. If you have trouble with it, please email me and I'll go through it again and install it and see what kind of trouble I run into. But we got those two programs installed. If we go back to the web page, and the next thing we want to do is install CW Skimmer, and scroll down and you'll see the download link right here. Click on it, and this is what we want, CW Skimmer 2.1. There's a server over here on the left hand side somewhere, and you don't want the server, you want CW Skimmer 2.1. So over here on the, if you want to keep this, it's going to cost $75, and I do use it quite a bit, so I like it, and it was worth it for me. On the right hand side, click on downloads, and again we're looking for the skimmer, not the skimmer server. So this is the one we want. I'm going to click on it, and this is a real simple installation. You know what to do from here. You extract this file and then run the setup, and it's real easy. There's the configuration will start when we start it up for the first time, and I'll show you what that looks like. You know, I almost forgot one thing that we need, and that's OmniRig. I've had it installed because I use log for the old man, and it comes with that. But if you haven't already got that installed, you need to have it. So let's go down to OmniRig down here, and we want to make sure we get the right one. I'm going to click on it, and that's OmniRig. And you know what to do with this one. Just extract it, install it, and it's pretty simple. When we start CW Skimmer, we're going to bring up OmniRig and get it going. So when we start CW Skimmer, you'll see OmniRig, and we'll get that going. All that. The next thing to do is we're going to start it up, and the first thing we're going to do is start up HDSDR, and we're going to configure it to operate with CW Skimmer. And one thing we need to do is add cat control to it. So let me show you that. Okay, back on my website, we've got the links to HDSDR and the IQ package. But if you followed my previous post, you should already have that installed. And what we need to do is set up HDSDR a little bit differently than we did in that previous post. And all the information can be found on this operating guide. If you click on this link, it'll take you to this page or this document, and you'll want to go down to page 8, and this is under operating. You have to scroll down a little bit to find it because there's a lot before it. Okay, this is the operating guide. There's a lot before that, but we go to the operating guide, and then we want to go to page 8. And this is using CW Skimmer with HDSDR, a narrow 24 kilohertz bandwidth. I think I said 27 earlier, 24. So let's open up HDSDR, and I have set a profile for the CW part. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. There's my new radio. Okay, so we've got this pulled up, and I've got a shortcut to HDSDR. I just copied the shortcut that was on the desktop, and I renamed it. If we go here, we can rename it. And what we want to do is go to the properties. If you want to set up different profiles, in the properties, after the quotation mark there, type in -P and then the name, CW Narrow. I'll click OK, and I'm going to start this up. Okay, brought it up on the other window. And it's connected. If I click on SDR device, it brings up this window and it shows I'm connected, and I want to be full sync in both directions just like before. And just like before, attenuator, I don't know why it was that high. I'm going to turn it off and close that. Then we'll go to the sound card, and the sound card, we want the hi-fi cable input. Hi-fi cable input. Click OK. Then bandwidth 192 or 1920 kilohertz, and then 48,000. That seems to work good. 48,000. And then down to options, select it and go to output channel. For RX, it's IF as I left and Q right. And this is important. I left, Q right. And then up here, this one goes over to the default, I left, Q right. This is an important setting. Under select input, make sure you have the IC7610 selected. If you're having trouble getting it started, check that first. Under select input, IC7610. Okay, now set up rig control with it. We want to go to options. Let me get rid of that. We'll go to options, and we're going to use CAT to HDSDR. And yours won't be activated, so I'm going to unactivate mine, deactivate it, go back to it. Every time you click or select something, you have to go back. So we're going to go to CAT HDSDR, and the port, that's one of those ports we created. I'm going to choose the first one, COM6, and then the baud rate 115.2, and then I'm going to select under push to talk, none, CAT only, and then activated. So we've got it activated. And over here on transmit, I don't know if you've done, I haven't selected it here, but you want to mute the RX audio on trans. It does it automatically, but that's probably a good thing to do. So we're set up, we're in USB mode. When I change the frequency on the radio, the frequency local oscillator and the tune change together. But what's funny is you want to be on USB mode. So I can go ahead, we're way down the band here. We want to go up. So we're right in the CW portion of 20 meters. And I didn't have my antenna turned on. Or I hadn't selected the antenna yet. So there we go. Now we got some activity on there. Okay, we can go ahead and minimize this. The next thing we want to do is bring up CW Skimmer, and I've got a shortcut on my desktop. And this is where I've had a problem. I want to be able to create a profile for CW Skimmer, and I haven't figured out a way to do that because I want one for narrow and I want one for wide. But we're just doing the narrow right now, so I'm going to start it up. Everything opens up on the other window. Okay, and you can see it doesn't have the correct frequency in there, and that's not what's on my radio. So I need to go to settings, and on the radio tab, the first one, I was playing around with the wide CW skimmer. click Soft Rock IR, and then 192 down here. I don't have anything in there because it's not seeing my radio. It's not seeing it yet. My pitch is 700. Then we're going to go over to audio and MME, the hi-fi output, and then if I want to listen to it, it goes to my headphones. Then go over to cat, and under cat we're using a Kenwood. Sounds kind of funny, but we're gonna want to set this up. This is OmniRig, so if you don't have OmniRig installed, you need to install that. Sorry, just completely spaced that one out. OmniRig. I know a lot of you guys, if you've been following me, you probably already have it installed. But we want to choose the rig, the Kenwood, and then that other COM port. That was 7. We created 6 and 7, so we're going to use the other one for CW Skimmer. So that's 7, and then click OK, and click OK. And when I do that, you see the frequency popped up. But let's go back to settings, and I'll show you what I have in the other tabs. Under miscellaneous, I usually put this down to around 100, but you can set it as high as you want. Operator, it's got my call sign and grid square, QTH. Network, you don't have to have any of this enabled. I was playing around with the wide CW Skimmer, so you don't need this checked off for this, for what we're doing here. Call sign validation minimal, and I'm going to click OK, and now we're ready to start it. So here's the start button right over here. Start and stop the radio. Start, and we've got some signals. Where is everybody? Okay, there's somebody. Can select it. And you'll see the decode down at the bottom. Okay, so I spent a lot of time just to getting the software installed, and I know people are going to have trouble with it. And if you have a problem, send me an email or comment below. That's better because it'll help anybody else that sees it. So comment below, and we'll try to see what the problem is. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and also tell your friends. Hope to hear you on the band. 73 and good DX.